Hey, and welcome back to our Parents Guide series. Today we're going over Monolith Production and Warner Brothers' Lord of the Rings tie-in, Shadow of Mordor. In this title you play as Talion, a ranger of Gondor. His task, to guard the Black Gate of Mordor, is not an easy one, and after being attacked by the Black Hand of Sauron in the opening of the game, you are laid to waste, and sacrificed as part of a summoning ritual.
It would have been an incredibly short game had you not been resurrected by an unknown Elf Lord and set out to wreak your revenge on those who wronged you, as well as seeking out the Elf Lord's true identity and a good number of other quests, which await you if you so choose, as the titular Shadow of Mordor. As well as the main story, you can work with Gollum to help unlock the secrets of the Elf Lord and restore his memory, free the human slaves captured by the Dark Enemy, collect plants, hunt animals to fulfill ranger quests, or just walk around Mordor and prod some serious donkey.
The Nemesis system introduced in the game is a real work of art. Scattered through the game are a number of Sauron's lieutenants. Extracting information from their armies will give you specific information on these foes, and let you know their strengths and weaknesses. Going up against them can do a couple of things. Obviously if you kill them, as well as getting weapon enhancement, you also weaken Sauron's army, and get one step closer to defeating the Black Hand. However, if they kill you, you will return to the last checkpoint, but the character's strength and position within Mordor society will grow, and make the next battle that little bit harder.
Kill them, and they'll soon be replaced with another lieutenant with their own strengths and weaknesses. With different ways you can hinder or even help these Uruks to advance through the command chain, no two games will be the same, though the full Nemesis system is only available on the next-gen consoles. The combat in the game is fluid, and the higher your combo, the more damage you can do. As well as some good stealth elements you can use, the chain battle system is easy to get used to, and throwing in Wraith abilities can see you making some epic combinations.
So, there's plenty of good stuff, but what about the bad? The loading times in this title are pretty hefty, even if you just pause the game. Obviously this is due to such an array of options which will be unique to your playthrough, but it still can get on your nerves. The stripped back Nemesis system does work well on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, but without the full experience you may feel like you're missing out on a key aspect of the game. Lastly, as with all free roaming games of this ilk, such as Grand Theft Auto and Assassin's Creed, there's a fair amount of repetition, and doing many side quests at once may start to feel like a bit of a grind. Still, it does feel good to battle your way around Mordor as a Wraith Ranger of the North.
Shadow of Mordor has been rated by PEGI as 18, and it's mostly down to the battles you fight along the way, but let's run through the list anyway. Violence, 8 out of 10. The game doesn't have many close-ups, but the executions are fairly brutal. As you'd expect from a swordplay game, there is lots of blood, and the finishing moves can contain all sorts, from backstabs to throat slitting.
Fear, 2 out of 10. Not really much here apart from the general being attacked by orcs feeling. Certainly not a horror title.
Discrimination, 1 out of 10. A human walking around Mordor will take some stick, but nothing to realistically be worried about.
Language, drugs, online gambling and sex all get 0 out of 10. The only real swearing that goes on is swearing loyalty to Sauron. Git. Drugs and sex are nowhere to be found, and I take that as a blessing as it's mostly orcs you'll be seeing throughout the game, and gambling and online cannot be seen even with Legolas's elf eyes.
So with throat slitting and a lot of blood, it's one which you might want to avoid for the younger children in the family. But what about us big kids? Graphics, 7 out of 10. Decent enough, but they can become buggy in places. Certainly there's nothing outstanding here.
Story, 8 out of 10. A good story arc sees the game through, and the fact that you can change small aspects of this through your choices add that little bit extra. Sound, 7 out of 10. The sound is average to good, keeping in line with the films for the most part, and it does give an old world feel. Nothing to set the world on fire, and not anything particularly noticeable.
Replayability, 6 out of 10. There are things to go back and get, and a fair amount of side quests to complete if you wish. However, going back to that after a game which is already fairly repetitive might be a bit of a big ask. That said, the Nemesis system jumps this up a bit with a new game every time.
Satisfaction, 8 out of 10. A good title overall, and certainly worth picking up if you like your hack and slash games. Good if simple battle mechanics throughout, and the Nemesis system really shines through. Touch and go with letting the younger generation have a go, as the blood and violence really stands out, especially during the executions.
Let us know if you have any questions about the game, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with our parents' guides and other features going forward. We've been Pixel Bandits, and you've been awesome. Thanks for watching.